Hello! Before we start, a little update. This episode here was recorded many months ago and took quite a while because we were all quite busy with real life, be it either traveling or university work or working full-time. So it was sitting on my hard drive and I've released it now with minimal video editing, and sadly, as we also had to use another audio recording method that we normally did not use, the audio quality is also lower than usual. So I apologize for that. But with this little update comes also good news. We are planning to change up a few things for next year, mainly a more regular schedule, as well as some different new things, and so we'll see each other around pretty soon already. We will be back with the year in review of 2018 in January, and yeah, so have this little end of the year gift from us, and we'll see each other very soon again. Have fun and see you around.
Welcome to GARcast, home of all manly media.
Hello and welcome to GARcast. We're here and we have a special episode again, and it's question and answer. It's a Q&A. You have asked us questions, many in many different directions, and we gonna answer them today. And we are, as usual, Ali.
Yeah.
Boris.
What's up, gamers?
Hey. And Tom.
Howdy, it's me.
And we're all here just for you and your questions. So, we had set up one question thread on Twitter and one on our personal Discord, which you can both follow, say hello, and post mecha and Shiba Inus. So, first question we have in is, what's your favorite piece of tokusatsu media?
Kamen Rider Black. Easy. I love Kamen Rider Black.
I haven't seen too many. Do like Godzilla movies count as well?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
In that case, it's Kamen Rider Zetsubou.
Probably Cutie Honey or Mothra.
Fuck, Cutie Honey.
I've not seen much Toku either.
Oh, does this Cutie Honey count as tokusatsu?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
It's
It's
pretty much what it's inspired by.
so.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, true. It's the Anno movie that probably counts. Yeah. I haven't seen like any TV series. Like probably I saw parts of the like very old like OG Power Rangers that ran in the West, which is apparently just a recut of many tokusatsu things.
Oh,
That's
Super
it.
Sentai.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're absolute plebeian.
Yeah, it's just the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, it's based off like the kids' stage shows, rather than like actual tokusatsu media. So
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll probably have to go with Shin Godzilla, Shin Gojira, which is a man in a suit of a very, very lovely big Gojira.
Shin Godzilla isn't even a man in a suit, though.
I thought he was. It's like CGI enhanced, like when he's like big and standing, like not the floppersaw on the ground.
I thought it was like a big animatronic thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm not actually sure, yeah.
But it's Japanese special effects, so it still counts as tokusatsu, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, and there are those pictures of Anno standing in like a miniature city, which I assume is for Shin Gojira. I know he also did a movie in
That's just a photo of Anno.
the Toku. He's actually just massive.
Yeah. Unit.
Right.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume this question was from Rising.
It was.
That's
How did
because
I know?
the lad has watched like every single Kamen Rider show in like something.
Yeah.
In like the
Crazy.
space of a month. He's a fucking madman.
His days are like 56 hours long because the amount he manages to watch is crazy.
Oh, he watches stuff and he fits in like voice calls and like the dude's a machine.
Yeah, he held a wonderful like monologue or dialogue together with Tequila on I think a Kamen Rider in my Dark Souls streams while I was constantly dying in the background. It was wonderful. I loved it. Not really loved it. It's like very comfy to listen to it while you constantly like fall off in Blighttown. It's like
Yeah, I remember that. We opened up the voice channel, didn't we? And it was just a flood of Toku talk.
Yeah, while constant yelling in the background is happening. It was wonderful.
Oh yeah, Kamen Rider Zetsubou. That's the one I said. It's a Kamen Rider thing that's 40 minutes long. That's why it's the best one.
No waste of time, just bang, straight to the point.
Yeah. I've got Black downloaded. I should probably watch that when I get a chance.
It took me like a month to go through Black. It's good, but it's like it's got the points where it just keeps repeating. It just keeps coming back to the same like revelation. It's like, dude, you know this already.
Like for like a super pleb like me, can I just start with Black, for example, or is there like
I think
a
you
meta
can
thing?
start with any of them, yeah, because it's a weekly TV show, so if they're expecting that people would just jump in.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've heard that the one that's been airing now is pretty good. I don't
supposedly, yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly. It's a show for 8-year-old boys. It's not that complex.
Yeah.
Admit that means it's a show for me.
Okay.
Tom, noted 8-year-old.
Okay, next question we have is underrated anime or manga of this last season. That would be Spring?
Yeah, Spring.
Spring's last year.
So I watched like nothing because I was in Eastern Europe during Spring. But I'm just gonna say Hinamatsuri was underrated because everyone sleeps on that anyway.
Yeah, Hinamatsuri is great.
Like, except Jeff Fu made a video about it, so like, what do I fucking know?
Real.
No.
Okay. Still have to watch Hinamatsuri. It's like it's also in this whole season that I mostly didn't watch things like together with Megalobox. Like, oops, haven't seen any of it.
I did finish Megalobox, and I watched a good chunk of Gold Kamui. But then I was like, man, I got to like Boris's place. I was like, man, I can catch up on seasonals. But then I just watched like Escaflowne and a documentary on heavy metal with Boris, and like that was about it, really.
That was a good seasonal anime.
Yeah, we watched Shrek and B movie back to back. It was wild.
Finished many shows from last seasons, and like the one I liked was Megalobox, but that's not underrated. Everything else was not noteworthy.
If I'm looking through it, like did you finish Tiramis, like the food mecha?
That's what I was about to say. Like,
sorry,
is fine, I guess. Like to have fun and laugh, but I don't.
But we know the real sleeper hit, the anime everyone sleeps on, Hero Academia. Here we go, you know.
That's the underrated one.
On Hero Academia, underrated masterpiece.
You went through that sentence like a start of a donkey video.
Yeah. That was just like, that's my cadence for like when I'm trying to be like obnoxiously sarcastic. I tend to be donkey because I just look at him as being obnoxiously sarcastic.
Calling out donkey right here.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can start YouTube drama.
From all the way down here.
Hey, what's up? One of the biggest gaming YouTubers.
Yeah, gamers. I'm oppressing gamers. That's what I'm doing.
I think this is the equivalent of someone throwing pebbles, like not even a pebble, like sand, one single sand grain in the general direction of someone.
Sandbox. I'm like splashing sand around by my feet, and like he's off in the big kids playground. Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, throwing sand around, and it blows back and hits me in the eyes.
Donkey, I am dry farting in your general direction.
Oh shit! He did it. Underrated of last season.
Does Batman Ninja count? It came out like in June or
I
something.
think, yeah.
Might as well.
Let's see.
Watch Batman Ninja. Everyone fucking rips ass.
Yeah, it counts. I see it here in the seasonal chart.
It's a movie, but whatever.
It counts. The ones I want to recommend, I haven't finished yet. It was like the two Magical Boys shows that were quite fun. I didn't finish anything.
Everything's underrated.
Everything, yeah. Well, I'm just gonna throw a wild guess and say Lupin Part 5. Apparently, it had a bit of a rough start, but so far everybody's been telling me that it really picks up because it does like mini arcs of like always 4 episodes of single stories. So yeah, if one thing just feels a little bit rough, you can just wait out and say, oh, okay, the next 4 episodes are going to be completely different. So yeah, I'm just very interested. And I've seen like sort of lovely clips of it because it like now mixes like modern times with like the Lupin universe with like internet and smartphones and stuff. I've just seen one clip of Goemon trying to figure out a smartphone that was the best thing ever.
Lupin gonna explain to me how Bitcoin works and how to steal it.
4-episode arc of Lupin mining Bitcoin.
The most exciting arc. It's gonna be directed by Oshi.
Lupin sits and pats a dog for 4 episodes.
You say that, but Oshi was going to direct a Lupin movie, but it kind of fell through. Back when Cagliostro came out. I don't even remember why it didn't work out. I think Miyazaki said something.
Miyazaki said something, and then I think like he had other priorities at the time as well. Like he was doing something else. And
Yeah.
Just didn't.
But like it was going to be like Patlabor, which sounds really cool for Lupin.
Sounds
Could be
cool.
interesting.
When's Lupin and Patlabor gonna cross over? Like, you know, one's the police and the other's criminals.
I need to see Zenigata in one of those Patlabor maps. That would be so perfect.
Zenigata in the labor.
Like, his labor's gonna wear a trench coat. I can feel it. And a teensy tiny hat. Oh, wonderful. Ali, your underrated anime or manga of the season?
I guess same as Tom, Hinamatsuri, because that's all I finished. I think I watched 2 episodes of the Dragon Mech show, which is okay so far.
Mm-hmm.
I think most people watched that, because I saw it a lot on Twitter. And then I watched like 4 episodes of Persona 5, and I dropped it. So I've not seen much.
So as you can hear, we are all perfectly prepared for the year in review, where we talk about the whole year, where we episodically watched everything.
I want to watch the new
review is going to be me talking about Slavic music for an hour, so I hope you guys are ready.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
I want to watch the new Kitaro series.
Oh, yeah.
That looks fun. And I'll probably try out Cutie Honey Universe, even though I've not heard good things at all about it.
I've heard nothing about it.
Oh, well, I got a play-by-play from Corey every week, and he said it was awful, and then the last, 2 episodes were really good. So,
Okay.
I don't know whether to actually try it out or not.
It's a bit uneven then.
Yeah, I saw, I don't know what it was, Anime Hero or Mr. Falcon Punch, like the good lad is connected to him. I think they also said, it's rough in a few places, but it's not bad.
It's from what I've heard, it's not like anything like any of the other Cutie Honeys, and that's why it's weird. It's just kind of not what anyone's used to.
As long as it's better than the manga.
Well, yeah, and not as strong as any of the other adaptations of it. So it's not the most popular series, and then I've heard the last few episodes take some weird turns that are quite interesting, but it was nothing special.
Okay.
Probably worth trying out. It's Cutie Honey.
Yeah, true. Oh, next question is interesting. It's a manga you would like to see readapted. So something that already had an anime and then probably readapt.
Best of Nostar. The time is right. The time is now.
Yeah. Get it to David Productions. Or any of the lads.
No, get it to Studio Bones. They're really good at like hand-to-hand combat animation.
True.
Fight from the Cowboy Bebop movie. It's fucking fantastic. Imagine that like Fist of the Nostar.
Ooh, yeah. Like I know one. It's for me. It's Soul Eater. Not because the anime is bad, but it stops halfway. It's a sort of like the big bad guy gets released, and then they just finish him off with the power of friendship, and they did an anime original ending. It's like, no, wait, that's only half of the manga. There's more, because I have like the whole manga and read it completely, and it goes so good. It's like, it goes so many places, so many cool designs of like weapons and people and stuff. So I want that like not readapted, not because the old one was bad, but I just want to see the rest. So Soul Eater for me. Also read the manga.
I guess Gone would be a good one to see readapted.
Yeah, Gone.
Because the Gone anime is weird. Go watch the KYDB video.
KYDB video. Yeah.
That's a really good one on just how weird the Gone anime is.
The Gone anime and the beer, except Japanese. Trying to think of what I like. Oh, here we go. Elfen Lied. There we go. Elfen Lied. I want to see that manga ending. I want it like End of Evangelion style manga ending for Elfen Lied.
Ellen has died live on air.
Yeah, it's for some ungodly reason. Like Elfenlied is like the German beginner anime. It's like everyone has seen it. It's like it always happens like an AMQ. Like every German will always guess the Elfenlied opening. Like no, like 100% win rate. Because it just, I don't know, maybe because it has like a German name and it's people falling in. Oh, Elfenlied, I'm gonna watch this. And we also have like a collector's edition of the manga and a special edition of the anime, and I don't know why. Why is this so popular over here? Germany, what are you doing?
All of this must have like passed me by because I never fucking watched anime. Elfenlied didn't know it had a German dub or anything.
Then you're very lucky.
Starter anime for the German crowd was Dragon Ball and Pokemon.
Yeah, true. Like maybe starter streaming, like the first thing you like find on the internet or something. When you just go away from like the stuff that runs on TV, because it never ran on TV here, I think.
It seems to be one of those ones that fall into like when people say, this is going throwback to Facebook anime groups. When people would go into groups, don't laugh at me. People would go into groups and say like, oh, like, what do you recommend? And like Elfenlied was one of the really big ones. Like other ones were like Clanat, things like that, all sort of fell into like stuff people recommended to newer people, and it's because of that, it's something a lot of people have seen.
Yeah, I think it's like the anime fans' first in brackets adult anime. Together maybe with Helsing Ultimate.
You watch it when you're like 14 and you're like, wow, blood.
Yeah, just give me a readaptation of Elfenlied. I'm gonna watch it. I watched the original just because I'm gonna fill this like memory hole, and yeah, it didn't like a second of it, but it done do.
I do want to reread it at some point. Be interesting to see one of my changes from thinking the first manga read to like to what it is now, I guess.
She'll answer to the question, or are I gonna go with that one?
I mean, if I was to be like sincere, I honestly don't know. I don't know many anime that I'm dissatisfied with. like I could say Berserk, but like the original Berserk anime is still good. Like it's
Yeah, those backgrounds, like, it's limited in its animation, but those backgrounds make up for it. And that soundtrack as well. There's so much good about the original that...
Yeah, it's got so much to it. I mean, you've
Like,
got
you
like
can-
small
yeah.
things that didn't get the chance they maybe deserved. So maybe something like Yuri Sage and Naoko-san or Horimiya, things that got small OVAs
Oh yeah.
and never really quite got the proper treatment that I think could like do very well as anime. But that's me.
Yeah, just
I
remember.
feel like this one could probably maybe get one next year or something. But how about Get a Robo?
I'd like Morgetta. Morgetta is always good.
It is probably good.
Yeah, just really quick. I remember one of the first things you I think ever recommended to me, Tom, was Sanctuary, and I immediately watched the OVA and thought like,
Oh yeah, that got
Right,
OVA, didn't
Yuri
it?
has an OVA. I forgot about that.
yeah. So Sanctuary, I think that could work like, as a series.
I really like the aesthetic the old like 90s version of it has, and I'm worried if it was done now it would be very pastel and very like sharp on the colors, and I don't think that would work for the kind of show it is.
Yeah.
Like a lot of manga that I love, I've come to appreciate them as manga, and I don't think every single thing needs to be animated.
Yeah. Well, Sanctuary's great as a serial as well. Like, what we got for it was the best we were going to get for it. I can't really picture it. Like
Like a seasonal.
the only thing I could think of is something like Monster that got a long adaptation, which is what
but
Sanctuary really would have needed because it's a slow burning series. It's
Yeah,
not
but
something
then-
you'd want to adapt in a really short 12 episode stint.
No, like, and I guess Monster's kind of not controversial, but like hot and cold with people because of its very long, slow, long burning anime.
Yeah. And like Sanctuary
good,
is
but it's like-
lots of
yeah.
just kind of meetings and politics with more gritty elements thrown in between, which makes it quite hard to adapt and have an engaging series, which is why it works well as a serial, because it's a long thread of a story. I don't think that would work on a weekly basis with modern audiences.
Nah.
Even as a noir series, like it would be very hit or miss. But like, I wish maybe it had been adapted more in a bit more depth when it got adapted. I'd say that maybe back when the OVA came out, there was more of it.
Or like
Well,
a
I
like a
think-
6-part OVA or something.
Yeah, like I'm happy that it got adapted, and I'm happy what we've got. I wouldn't want any more, just because I don't think it would work now.
Okay. I think that fits with the next question, I think, which is sort of similar. An old series you would like to see something more from, like an anime adaptation like Ushio Tutora style spin-off reimagining, whatever.
What is in like an older manga that gets adapted now?
Or like an
Or
older
like-
show that's getting sort of more focus.
Yeah, something like an old franchise that probably like get something new now.
Get a Robo.
Yeah, we'll get her over. Blazing Transfer Student would be good,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
and the OVAs for that are really good. I need to rewatch sometime. But if we're thinking about something that could be really expressive animation, like I think that would be perfect. It's very kinetic, so
I was just kind of thinking. I was like, what kind of stuff what I want, and everything that comes to mind, whether or not I'd want it, like kind of already has. So like even something like Ashita no Joe, it's come back.
yeah.
Legend of the Galactic Heroes, it's come back. Lupin, it's still going.
Even City Hunter is getting a new film, which
Yeah.
looks dope as heck.
It is.
Like the PV of it is like, woo.
So I honestly don't know.
Like even like hacking Tonegawa, it's like back. Like, it's like yeah, it's Kaiju was like 7 years ago. Here's a spin-off. Like, oh, okay, good. But now,
Well, you know how they're going to finish Tonegawa now. Kaiji season 3 announcement.
Well, now that part 5's over, maybe.
yeah,
Because part 3 to 5 is basically part 3.
yeah, it's like it was just split up by his editor, so it's why the chapter numbers like run all the way through, so it doesn't reset like in the other
Yeah.
parts. It's like one gigantic, like 500 chapters of stuff.
I still stand by that if they had adapted part 3 before part 4 and 5 had ended, the ending would have been even more unsatisfying than the ending of part 2.
Yeah,
And I
because
think people would just be kind of even more disappointed. So if they are planning on adapting the big 3 arcs that are now finished, I think now is the better time.
Yeah, definitely. But now that you mentioned Blazing Transfer Student, I think I want Blazing Pen as like a short anime.
I'd go for any of his works being adapted because they'd be really good to see.
I just want one because like I love his like approach to explaining like how the manga industry works and how like his approach to like drawing and stuff. Like he's or maybe like even like Blue Blazers. Like there's also a good choice.
Oh yeah, everyone watch Blue Blazers. That show is hilarious.
Absolutely.
I got that downloaded.
Yeah, the reason for that is because I recently took a look again into my Bakuman manga that I have, and it's not like, oh my god, this has not aged very well, and gave it away. So, give me Blazing Pen, Blazing Blue Blazers, please.
Yeah, Bakuman is hit or miss.
Yeah,
I need to revisit it because it was an early thing I watched, but it's
I did not enjoy Bakuman.
It's weird.
yeah, let's just say Obata is the writer.
Well, yeah, it's the Death Note guys, and you can tell it's the Death Note guys.
Yeah, let's just say this guy has not a good grasp on how to write women.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That is exactly.
That is. I think I glanced over it when I first read it as a teenager. I was like, okay, but now I look back and it's like, oh god, this is not good.
There's a reason why the girl doesn't really show up much. Is because they had no idea how to write her.
It's fine. No, Yu-Gi-Oh hasn't had a competent female character ever, so like well,
it's something.
That pain every day.
Yeah. So, Blue Blazers, please.
Yeah, I'd like to see more Golden Bat. I'm surprised Golden Bat never got anything more because it's pretty influential. The first ever superhero.
One Golden Bat respecter that's still alive, though.
I am. I've seen all 3 episodes that have been translated. It's great.
Oh, I need to watch this.
It's like I'm surprised with things like Tetsujin and Astro Boy that got readapted many times over the space since they've been released. Like nothing for Golden Bat at all. There's a movie with forgotten who it is, famous Japanese actor in it, but I've forgotten. That's all there is. That's all there is for Golden Bat, even though it's one of the most important pieces of Japanese media.
God damn it. Hey, Discotech, if you're listening to this tiny podcast,
I'd go for
get on that.
Someone finishing it's Sonny Chiba. That's who's in the Golden Bat movie. I'd go for like a re-release of the original series because it's like with Tiger Mask. The old series hasn't been finished translating.
No.
And unfortunately, Tiger Mask Double wasn't popular enough to get any more of the series translated.
Ah, sad. Next question is also good. The anime or manga that's most important to you personally?
I guess ping pong, probably. Yeah.
That's hard. Maybe like FLCL.
Oh, okay. I still haven't seen that. Probably should.
God. Mad.
It happens that I haven't seen like big things that I probably should.
I'm exactly the same.
Yeah, same.
But it's short. Like it's 6 episodes, I think.
Yep.
So I can probably fit that in somewhere in the very near future. Like for me, importance, I think I know it. That would be One Piece. Because it like really like dragged me into this world with the anime adaptation it ran on TV. Then I started like collecting the manga, which I still do. Like I have all of the like tankobon releases, like the volume releases, like behind me in my bookshelf. And also because I think One Piece gave me a good spot at the university. Because little anime fan that I did a paper. Like a special one in my art class about One Piece. where, because I had like art as my major, compared art history, what was it, Renaissance Venice with Water 7 in its like society and design and everything, and got a really nice grade for it, and that lifted my final grade of high school like to a little notch. And I think that is what made it possible that I could do film studies. So I think One Piece gave me a little boost there.
Nice.
So at least that's my theory on that. Yeah, but One Piece, still love it. Have to continue it. Haven't read like the last 4 volumes or so. Because I don't read it on the internet. It's like one of the it's like my iron role that I don't read like either scans or leaks. I want to buy it in a store and like read it in one go. So I have to buy like the last 4 volumes and then I'm good to go.
Nice.
I'm thinking really hard.
Big
to
think.
my elements. I think it might be DBZ.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm pretty down on it now, but I think it's what triggered the anime addiction and also had a huge influence on my drawing style.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that one.
Yeah, good choice.
I guess thinking about like FCL is good for me.
Still
because of
thinking
how go back to something. That's things I want to look. But yeah, okay. So yeah, FLCL, something a lot about how I view media and think about anime and this that. In terms of like directors and animation, sort of made me think about that. But the thing that sort of made me strike out to look for more people in the anime community was like, it was like Guilty Crown. I got so mad at all my friends like that I just that I had to strike out and find some new people to talk to.
I mean, yeah, that's also important. That's true. Okay, next question. Who would win in an all-out GARcast brawl?
Boris.
Boris. I mean, we can look over the stats again here if you want to. I'm not in any like peak shape at the moment. I'm working my way out there, but I'm just like green belt karate.
I mean, it would come
7
down
years
to
ago.
a 1v1 between you and Boris. So, you're second best. Me and Tom would die first.
Both of you would die first.
Myself.
Well, I'd die first, and then Tom would die, probably.
I'd jeopardize myself. I'd probably beat my own hand.
Tom would have forgotten to eat for about 4 days, and...
Oh yeah, I'd just be starving on the ground at the start of the fight.
You just arrive dead.
Yeah. Rock up to the party dead. Hey boys, we Gucci in the tomb.
Can't lose if you're already dead.
He has become Fist of the North Star meme. Yeah, so I think Boris is the most peak shape, also the tallest. I think. Or Tom, are you taller?
No, Boris is definitely taller than me.
In episodes of Hajime no Ippo, I can beat up anyone.
Boxing isn't hard, and boxing's pretty fun. So, you know.
I just remembered the time I lost in a karate tournament against a little girl because I was afraid of hitting her and she just pummeled me to death.
Kids do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids don't care. Kids don't have sympathy. Children are the closest humanity will ever get to demons.
So yeah, that question has been answered very quickly. This is Boris. He is Hajime no Ippo and Fist of the North Star.
I've never been in a fight in my life, but I guess
Wins by pure presence alone.
the character from One Punch Man, the one that intimidates everyone with like his
Oh, yeah.
just how loud his heart is beating because he's constantly nervous.
That sounds amazing.
Like it's like a threatening ability or something.
The next question we have is, if you could collab with anyone or anything, who would it be?
Danny Brown.
Got to get him on Persona 5.
Dude, when are we getting Maru on the podcast?
Oh yeah, we gotta get Mario on. I don't know exactly how you do a podcast with a cat, but I'm sure we'd make it work.
Boxes down and you record Maru climbing through them.
Yeah.
I know exactly how to do a podcast with Danny Brown, though.
Well, he's been streaming Persona 5 recently. Like,
Exactly.
you gotta drop him a DM and say, "Can we be in your stream?" and just sneakily record it.
Yeah, get him to do a post Persona 5 chat.
Like, we're getting closer and closer. Now he's streaming video games. That's just one more step towards us.
This is
the games too.
If he starts streaming Fist of the North Star, we've got him.
Absolutely.
Possible. It's both Sega, right?
Yeah.
Persona and Fist of the North Star connection he needs. Didn't wait until he'll come to us.
Adams, so.
No. Only if he can be on the same podcast as Danny Brown.
That'd be a really awkward podcast.
Danny Brown in his life, though.
I don't think he's listened to any rap music in his life.
Recently talked about his financial issues with rap music and whatnot, so he can teach Ankh a thing or two, or vice versa.
I apologise for people who haven't been roped into the hellhole that is Uncle Adam's lore.
Yeah, it's our own little hellscape. In the Discord, maybe one day you'll be sucked in.
I'm always standing on the brink of the abyss and look in and think, oh, is that? I don't know.
There's enough videos out there that summarize it.
Yeah,
there's quite a few now.
Okay. And we can probably continue. What's your favorite instance of your country in an anime or manga?
Oh boy.
I don't think it exists.
The Infinite Stratos dub.
I'm just gonna see this New Zealand anime. What do we get here? Oh, we get Hitalia. Of course we do.
It's like a back character in Hitalia. A friend of mine looked at that one. It's like not even a full character.
Okay.
Is Austria a Hitalia character?
Of course. Yeah, 100%.
What about Yugoslavia?
Oh, dude. Are there Slavs in anime? That's the real question.
One instance of Bosnia in an anime, and that's about it.
Yugoslavia anime.
Featured a picture of Tito or something.
Yeah, the problem with me coming from Germany, that's a bit of a problem.
I looked up Yugoslavia anime, and then from the Naoki Urasawa series Yara, there's a video that's just every time Yugoslavia is mentioned in it.
What?
Pry.
And that's the closest I've gotten.
Looking at the UK, like England, the UK kind of gets off pretty rough because there's a huge variety of people in the UK. But then, like, every single person from like the United Kingdom in anime is just a blonde girl called Alice. Most people in England aren't blonde.
No.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking maybe just end up in Fate again.
Oh yeah, there's probably like some Fate heroes that are from like Eastern European lore.
Saber, dude. King Arthur.
Yeah, Saber.
I mean, like Dracula, like Vlad, exists in Fate Grand Order. He has like a cool design.
Mm-hmm.
When are they going to get like Bosnian war criminals in the
When are they going to make cute girls of Bosnian war criminals that people can try and
what was his name?
pull and capture?
Like Markovic or whatever his name was? I can't remember.
Which one? There's a lot of them.
Yeah. The dude who took the Sippy last year.
Oh, but he was Croatian, though.
He was a Bosnian Croat.
I forget his fucking name.
Him, but a small anime girl. That'd be what Fate would do. They've already made Jack the Ripper into a small child.
Prajak.
And fucking...
Don't even get me started on Queen Boudica.
Cosmic Terrors.
I absolutely...
Poor Boudica just became a walking pair of tits.
I loathe that design from the bottom
Let's
of
have a
my
look.
heart. It's like, no, I
Oh wow, that's really bland as well. You're like,
Luckily for me, all the Irish heroes have great designs in Fate.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Francis Drake is good. That's the one local hero that we've got, and she's just a big titty pirate. Good job, Fate.
But with like a very red voice. I love her voice. It's like older lady cool.
I'm just watching this video in disbelief, and like hearing a Japanese voice actor say Sarma is absolutely surreal.
I still haven't even started on Germany yet because it's like no.
Infinite Stratos Season 2 dub.
Yes. I will go with this.
Same. See, it's perfect. It's got perfect representations of people.
This is a representation I will go with. Absolutely, yeah.
Oh mein Gott.
That was perfect. You should voice a German character.
Yeah. You can not tell that I am a non-German forcing an accent. What else? Oh, Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
Basically
Oh,
Germany
yeah.
or Austria.
That is true.
Let's just go with that because it's cool.
Yeah, it is true.
Well, I mean, it's fancy Germany.
Yeah, I like that the names sound like names that would be possible, or I think are even possible, that are like named after regions, think like Rheinhessen or something. So yeah, thank you for that, and not trying to make up your own names. Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
I mean, it's in space, so it's not really Germany or Austria, but yeah, let's just claim that one.
I mean, they don't call Prussian troops Space Marines for no reason.
Okay, I think there was a question here, but it looks like it was deleted.
Oh yeah, what, the one from Jackie about Toontown? I think they deleted it
Oh, okay.
because there's someone who
Frederick Knudsen video came out that was like a super in-depth look at furry culture and its evolution.
I'll have a look. They posted it in our Discord, just to remember what it was. I feel like Toontown is a highly overlooked factor leading to today's online furry phenomenon. That was the basis of their question. But there's
Town was relevant inside pushing the furry agenda. Club Penguin was more so. And I don't see many penguin fursuits, so I'm going to say no. I say it has very little importance to
Okay, I just see
the
that.
current fanfics.
Yugoslavia, don't be Indian.
I will link that in the description. Yugoslavia and
That reminds me of when I saw that Air Serbia plane. And it just had the words Novak Djokovic on the side for no reason.
Because he's the strongest Serbian now.
That's not true. I've been to Serbia. Old man I met outside of Novi Sad that was drinking 2 bottles of rakia at the same time. That's the strongest.
No, that's just an average Serbian, though.
we will get him out as our trainer for the GARcast brawl. I think he can teach us a thing or two.
How to burn your throat.
Okay, and we'll probably skip Toontown, which the answer was no. It was not for the agenda of anthropomorphic animals.
I'm not familiar with Toontown anyway, so...
Yeah, me neither. It's just something I heard existed.
It's a very American thing, I think, because it was like advertised on like the Disney Channel in America quite a bit, apparently. So I don't know. I know of it, but that's about it.
Okay. Next question we have: is there a series that surprised you with its quality, either in a positive or negative way?
Archiva's Trip, 100%.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, there's probably others, but that one immediately comes to mind.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I did not expect it to be amazing, and it was just absolutely stellar.
Surprised with quality.
I mean, there's stuff that I didn't know anything about and really enjoyed, but I don't think that counts as being surprised. Like, I didn't expect the Shin-Chan movies to be as good as they are, but I would say that's a surprise. That's just
I guess when I first
being dumb.
watched Gundam, like War in the Pocket, I didn't really know anything about the Gundam main franchise. I was, I guess, surprised, but I'd heard it was good, so like I wasn't going in thinking it was going to be bad or anything.
That would probably then count for me as well. Like Gundam Thunderbolt was like my favorite, my first Gundam, and it was also like, that was good quality. like from like animation over to soundtrack to like everything.
Well, anything that I go into with basically zero expectations, guess.
I mean, and like there are OVAs like the Black Magic M66 OVA. I didn't expect to enjoy, but that's really good. That's got some really stellar moments.
What's a terrible OVA called, I think it's called Legends of Limnir.
Oh yeah.
But it's got such over-the-top moments. I love it. It's amazing. That's not... It's like, we're watching it as part of like watching trashy OVAs. So like, it's not really anything that really fits the bill.
I think we're probably, I don't know if surprised, but like surprised at the impact is probably Onisama A for me right now. Because I knew it's like Dizaki, you know, like Dizaki, like very like big style. But it's like hitting me emotionally like very, very hard. This is like, I'm like a third in now, like 13 out of 39 episodes. This is like, I can already tell right now that this is going to be like a new favorite of mine. Like, I did not expect this to have like such a heavy impact on me and like my past, my experiences with like everything in school. It's like the perfect balance of melodrama that is just so far out that it just basically nails me to my chair like every single episode. But I knew it was going to be good, but not that good. So probably go with this one for like very positively surprised.
I think like most of the stuff that's in my favorites was something that I went into knowing almost nothing about, and then like Gurren Lagann was something that I think it was on 4chan. They just put like one of the songs as the background music on it for a day. And I was just, what the fuck is this? And then looking into it, and then I was like, oh shit, this is my favorite anime now. Or like even JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was just something that the guys from Two Best Friends Play mentioned sometimes, and then I had to look into it, and now I'm here.
Yeah, that's also true. Like the JoJo anime that really just kickstarted the whole thing like back into like popular consciousness with like really huge popularity. It's also like, damn, didn't expect that.
Yeah, it blew up in such an odd way, but I guess such a nice way. It might be a bit much to say, like, it's why we're getting a lot of older stuff again, but I think it definitely had some impact on...
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Bringing attention to that kind of culture again, at least.
Yeah, even like there's like the hardcover, like omnibus editions that are coming out now for JoJo.
Yeah, no, like the JoJo remix definitely had some waves. I don't think we'd have as much kind of high budget stuff coming out of readaptions if it wasn't for the success of it. Like, I don't think we'd get... Like, we've got the CG Fist of the Blue Sky. I think we'd still get things like that.
Like Baki, I think wouldn't be
yeah, like they know... People know that things like that are going to have an audience. And I think JoJo proved that campy 80s properties still have an audience today. Even if nothing has really gotten the attention that JoJo's gotten, I think it's definitely
things
been...
like Devilman certainly got a lot of attention as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, Devilman, but then things like Getter and Mazinga were getting readaptions before JoJo came out, so I think it was just a matter of time that we got a high budget release of something like that. I'm trying to think of something that disappointed me, like that I thought I'd like. Maybe like Near Under 7, the I've forgotten who it's by. The one with the Lane character designer. I'll find it.
If I'm going by just recent ideas, maybe the Golden Kamui anime. It's not disappointing, but it's like fairly standard. I think it's not going to replace the manga, which is a stellar.
No, I mean the manga's stellar, but I watched the anime. Like I said, I watched about half of it. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I think it was a good show of what was there. To draw people to the manga, which is obviously better, but I don't think it was bad at all.
I think the CG bear was kind of the big thing that put people off and became, this adaptation is bad.
Yeah, the first kind of episodes were rough, but they progressively got better and better.
Yeah, and they nailed like the the expressions as well later on, from what I've seen.
She like slips down into the prison cell. Like that's perfect.
Okay, then I have to continue that. And I just looked over my anime list, and now I found something. Digimon Try.
Oh yeah, I was really disappointed by those 2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I sort of had like Digimon, grew up with it, sort of with the original series, and I also have like a few figurines over here because I really like the designs back in the day, and still do. But like the Try, what is that, OVA movies? I think they're just
OVA.
missing. Always they were just missing the spark somehow. It was like very lackluster.
They're very, very drab. They don't have the kind of mysticism or wonder or the energy that old Digimon had. Like I hadn't watched rewatched any of it recently at the point that Try came out, but I had been playing the games, so I was sort of in the mood to watch it again. So I tried Try, and I was like, I'm really underwhelmed. And then so I thought maybe it's like not Try, maybe it's Digimon in general. But I went back and I watched some of the movies, and I watched some of like Tamers, and I'm like, no, this is like still really good. It's just Try itself that is the sort of stick in the mud, really.
Yeah, for me it's especially somehow the character designs. I feel like they look uninterested in what's happening. It's like I can't really put my finger on it, but it doesn't have a bounce. I don't know how to describe. But I also revisited especially the Mamoru Hosoda films of Digimon, especially like War Game and the very first one he did, and those are just stellar. Those are really good. I think those were all the Twitter questions.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Then we can go over to our podcast discussion. We start with the very important question: how much can Boris squat?
Probably less than me, boy.
What?
I don't understand the question. Is it like how many squats I can do, or how much weight can I squat?
I'd assume it to be like weight, because like
the concept of squatting. How much can I squat?
how much can you bear to do? How long can you hold one squat?
Which one is it?
I'd say weight. Like, how much weight can you squat?
I did like some squats with my I think 40 kilo barbell.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a lot, but I'm always scared for my knee.
Yeah. I think at my peak I was doing 135 squats for rowing, and then I think I've rolled back. But while I was doing them before I left to travel, I was doing 100 kgs at most. So
I bet
that's pretty impressive.
I'm proud of my squats.
Nice.
I've lost some of my ability probably, but yeah.
What happened? Where did it all go downhill?
When I stopped going to the gym for 6 months. I'll do it when I get back home again.
I just realized my scrub status is just worse because I went to the gym I think it must have been 1 year ago, because it sadly closed down. I also did it was cozy. I really liked it over there. But yeah, it just sort of went away. And I think my squats were just 15 kilograms or something, 20 max, because it's just very just starting out, just really.
Just do 50 of them without weight. That's fine.
Yeah, rowing was stupid. We had 40 kg bags on our back, and we're doing squat jumps and stuff like that.
That doesn't sound fun.
Oh no.
Oh,
bad for the knees.
Yeah, this is peak summer as well, so yeah, let's not do that again.
What's our next question?
We continue with the lore. What do you think Uncle Adam's favorite anime would be?
God.
I mean, would he
Probably
enjoy?
Kaiji, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I just want to ask if he has like financial problems. Would it be Kaiji?
Good vibe with that. It's like hopeful in a sense, but also it's like hopeful, but also like realistic. Is like it just keeps coming back.
Yeah, it never stops.
Uncle Adam's life is Kaiji Season 2, but it just never ends. Ichijo
what's the
is
anime?
his death.
Except Unk would get out of the prison.
No pachinko arc for him.
No.
What's the anime with the most delusional protagonist that never learns?
Sword Art Online.
It's not true.
Well, that's I probably have to whip up a game theory thumbnail for that. Is Uncle Adams in reality?
Kaiji Season 7.
Yeah. What is-
Kaiji commits credit card fraud.
Kaiji becomes a motivational rapper and travels to like Vladivostok.
Kaiji flips TVs in the hope that he will make a profit.
Kaiji sells his car for studio time.
Sells his house to use the equity to fund his rap career.
Kaiji releases the same song 15 times in a row.
Kaiji's dark past resurfaces to haunt him in a rap career.
I'll make sure we put a link to some kind of explanation of this whole thing in the description if you care to look death in the face.
What do you think Goblin Unk
Kaiji releases
version of
Boostune.
Kaiji would look like?
What?
like a mix of the two designs, or
No, like how Unk has his goblin form. What would Goblin Kaiji look like?
I don't know. Like I don't know. Saiyan mullet, like ultra mullet, stronger than usual. Ultra
What,
poof.
like 10?
Yeah, like ultra poof. Very floofy.
That the nose is twice as long.
I mean, Kaiji is just the goblin form of that one guy from One Punch Man.
Oh yeah, true.
Basically.
Kaiju who hasn't worked out in years, probably didn't have a shower, and also lives off of cup noodles most likely. Yeah, that's like a goblin form of those. I'm gonna put those on screen, like next to each other.
Like, I need to find the name of the guy. I forget it. Sek.
Probably move on to like the next question now before we dwell too long on Unk.
What is the most gar genre of music?
Oh, it's
Power metal.
power metal.
Power metal. Yeah.
Yeah, power metal.
Yeah, because
I mean, have you seen Manowar?
put all the Manowar covers in here. It's like it's peak gar.
What was it? There's that Japanese band that's called like the Ga, and they make like soft music.
What's that band that's named after Fist of the North Star?
Rise of the North
Oh, the
Star.
French one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're having a new album this year. Probably gonna have to listen to that. It sounds
Ooh, nice.
interesting.
Well, that's hardcore punk. I guess that counts as well.
Yeah.
I think I read power metal and the embodiment of gar is like because it's like very uplifting. It's like a very strong manly man cheering you on to do your heckin' best. So this is why I like power metal at least a lot. It's like they're here and they say you can do it.
The happiest, most wholesome music genre in general.
We could probably throw out a music recommendation here. It's like Stratovarius fantasy. It's like Stratovarius like being a Scandinavian power metal band. And the song Fantasy is like, oh yeah, you can do it. Like, support your friends and just do whatever you want to. Follow your dreams. But you can do it. And think like, oh god, it's like wholesome as heck. But also like it has like double bass and everything, like hard guitar riffs.
Oh yeah.
I think like yeah.
So if Uncle Adams moved to metal, his music would be good, right?
I mean, like Andrew WK's new album is basically good Uncle Adams. Like it's motivational as hell. It's corny and it's goofy because it's WWK, but it's great.
He's pretty god.
Yeah. Funny,
Especially since he started getting like super buff.
He just keeps getting bigger. Boris just keeps calling him Dad more. It was really worrying.
Oh yeah, he follows Boris now.
Yeah, he followed me on Twitter.
One step closer.
No, but like
Now
now
we're-
conference, like
No.
like, looking away from the screen, and Boris is just like, "Oh, hey, Dad."
Following in the same vein, who are your favorite Gar characters? Like, we follow the like classic, I think, like recommendation of the wholesome, the manly, good.
Jigen, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah! I'm glad I've gotten everyone to appreciate Jigen.
Yes. I looked over my animalist like recently, and it's like, hey, I didn't have a single open at the beginning of the year, and look, it's like over 10 entries. How did this happen? Yeah,
Slow burn technique worked.
yes. Jigen is like a fantastic design. So I bought myself like a figurine of like Lupin and Jigen. They're sitting next to me here in like very cool chairs. They're like, yeah, you guys are cool.
Do you all feel about Joseph Joestar?
Absolutely.
He's too pure.
Yeah.
He's this big hulking like behemoth man, but he's like a really pure, naive little boy.
How do y'all feel about Tequila Joseph?
Very good. Would take out on a date.
Who wouldn't?
I would have danced with him.
Oh yeah.
I reckon Joseph could put on a good dance.
I guess the Yakuza boys as well.
Yeah,
I
well,
guess they can.
like all of the Yakuza mans. Shout out to my favorite, like Seijima. This is a big tiger mans who is the softest ever. He like cries a lot and takes care of little kittens on the street. And he looks like he could probably crush you to death with just his fists. But god damn it, he gonna take care of the kittens.
I mean, he doesn't just look like it. He picks up dudes and slams them into a wall head first. Like, he's not that pure. I feel like we're forgetting a big chunk of his gameplay here.
Yeah, I think I saw a tweet like that. Like, everyone says that the Yakuza series is so wholesome. It's like, you literally murder people on a daily basis in that game.
Yeah.
It has its wholesome moments.
Everyone's like, oh, Majima is just a gremlin man. Like, yeah, he is to an extent, but like also in Yakuza 0, you stab people and kick them off bridges into rivers. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, as Yakuza 0 is like finally out on PC, you can finally start it. And
Oh yeah.
it's
I've been playing more today on
it's
PS4.
a good time.
I recommend it a lot. It's really good.
Yeah, so I'm currently like playing like 5 and 0 a bit on the side. Like stuff has been a little bit stressful because I can't like not sit down and play for hours like I usually did. So it's like a bit slow, but I'm getting there and I'm having a splendid time, especially with the like 80s setting.
Shout outs to my
think
man
what else.
Guts.
I
He's
probably
had a hard life.
Yeah.
Put sad guts on screen.
Just leave him there in the corner for the rest of the video.
Being very sad.
make all of our little pictures just sad guts. And then like you can play like Mad World or something over the podcast.
Make that an 8-bit version just for the copyright.
Now I'm thinking about that like first Gears of War trailer where it's just like the Gears of War characters and it's like running through a hallway to like Mad World playing and it's like it's completely the opposite of this.
Well, of course we have to mention Kenshiro.
Of course.
Because as I'm reading it, like the man is just the same. He's like wholesome and big punchy, kills a lot of dudes. It's like it's the perfect mix.
God damn it. Sorry. I had a massive yawn. I had to like swallow my hand to stop myself making noise. I had to vor my own fist.
I was about to.
God damn it.
I was like, Boris is going to tell me not to say vor, so I gotta say it.
Gotta get in there first.
Literally.
Oh god. God damn it.
The amount of times I said the word vor and the amount of times Boris said God damn it, it was a great.
Every time we were eating anything, or putting or drinking anything,
Not every time.
Almost every time.
Who else is good? I guess Dandy. Dandy's good.
Yeah, he's a very good lad. Like Pompadours are an instant like favorite.
I need to rewatch Andy, like, again and again. It's one of those things I watch a lot. I watch like a few episodes quite a bit.
I have to watch them like all with like a staff list open. It's just because I didn't understood like the concept that it's like every episode has like a different creator behind it, and then I'll probably have to like I already understood like in season 2 episode 4 like, oh, that's Masaki Yuasa, yeah. So like, yeah, it's the best thing ever. And it's like, oh wait, probably should have looked up what the other ones were.
Episodes where I don't know the directors, and I feel like I really should because I really like the episodes. So I guess we'll see. I need to go back again. Everyone go watch the fishing episode of Dandy because it's super wholesome and super good.
Oh yeah, that one is good.
And it's directed by Yuasa, so you know, it's got to be good.
Shout out to that one Crayon Shin-chan movie where his dad's a robot. That's wholesome and good and gar and perfect for the Yuasa content.
Is Yuasa Gar that wily old man? That being
Well, he's directed Devilman now, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I found that interview again, but he basically wrecked like one very rude interviewer who just said, hey, you produce Devilman Crybaby, aren't you pandering to Western audiences? You are forgetting the Japanese otaku who supported this thing. And he just went, what the heck are you on about?
God. I love that people use their platform to ask stupid questions.
Yeah,
And put people off doing interviews so we get less information. It's really fun.
yeah, it's like, man, if only I had this form where I could get information out of this person. Oh wait, I do. No, I should really use it to like just try poison the water and
Yeah,
suit my own agenda.
let me ask you the worst question I can.
6 times in a row.
Oh dear.
Moving on, I guess.
Moving on.
and what's the next question?
What is the best Gundam? And by that we mean both Mech and Show.
The best Gundam is Thunderbolt and Turn A, as shows. The best mobile suit is the Sinanju, and the best Gundam is the F91.
The best show is War, I think, and the best like mobile suit is the ASW G08.
I like War at the Pocket a lot. I like the opening to Stardust Memories. That's my answer.
Hell yeah!
The opening to Stardust Memories, that's my answer.
Baby.
The opening to Stardust Memories is the best Gundam anime.
Yeah, I
If you
agree.
like isolated from the series itself, that's the best anime.
And I have only seen Thunderbolt in the bit of the recap film of the very first Gundam. So Thunderbolt is anything I can say. And for designs, those are cool. That's Thunderbolt. Gundam.
Char's my favorite Gundam. that special where he drives the car.
I have come to laugh at you.
It was like a Toyota ad or whatever it is.
I think
Great,
so.
I love it.
Okay, I'm just gonna put all of these pictures on screen, just in case. All of these are good boys
Yeah.
Of Gundams,
of Gundams. Then we have, what is the most gar thing we have ever done, like as single people?
love and appreciate all my friends and family.
Oh damn, that's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know what else though. Cool thing in my life.
You ate bread.
That's the best thing.
I want to commission like one who can like really pull off like JoJo, like Araki's, like let's say Stardust Crusader art style of just Boris like taking a big chunk out of bread, just in the most JoJo style you can probably do.
Breads have you eaten?
Yeah.
And watching the become human playthrough with Boris and eating bread was pretty wholesome.
It's very gar. Feeling the energy in that moment.
when Connor wanted to pat the dog, I felt that. I'm trying to think of what I do. I've done some things that perhaps I shouldn't have done would be considered gar, so I'm not going to talk about those. When I was a child, I took like all the skin off my back. That was pretty impressive.
How did you
ask?
Mutilating yourself. So gar.
I fell.
You fell over.
Oh.
Well, there was like this wooden thing. I fell and I like slid down it and hit this hard edge.
Ah, shit.
Round across it, and it took like the top 3 layers of skin off my back.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Did you feel like one of the Get a Robo pilots in that moment?
I mean, like, it was pretty rad because like I like jumped down, I like landed, like, and it was this. I was like 8 at the time, and like.
Oh, so you don't
like,
feel
blood
pain then?
Started dripping all right down my back, and then I saw it and passed out. It was pretty cool.
You just like immediately thump. Fell over. Like, I mean, I could, if I go with injuries, I can probably go with my own handle. The titular eyebrow scar that I got at the very nifty age of 10, where I swung at a football goal and slipped off and then fell down face first onto concrete ground with my glasses.
Nice.
And it split my eyebrow in 2. And broke my nose also. That had to get like fixed. I had to get like operation that grew back together like askew. So probably that, or very proud of my Kiryu Kazuma cosplay. That
Oh yeah, that's good.
I'm still working on that. Like I need to get more buff to pull that off like properly, but I'm very happy about that one. So either my eyebrow or being a Yakuza character. Ali, your Gar's thing?
I don't know. I've done like outdoor rock climbing. I guess that kind of counts.
Ooh, nice.
Climbing up sides of cliffs. That's kind of fun. Yeah. I was in the Scouts, so I did lots of like outdoorsy stuff, like building a dam in a river.
Ooh, that's cool.
I don't know anything specifically Gar.
I mean, I like some outdoor sports things, I guess, but I did like rowing and like cycling, which is not particularly gar, probably more like shoujo kind of things. Everywhere.
A bit of shonen too, like Tom Peddle.
I mean, like any sport, like yeah. I mean, like any. I could be my own hot-blooded shonen protagonist. My hands are still like covered in scars, little nicks and bits and pieces because of rowing and cycling. So
Oh yeah, so
I guess that's fun. But yeah, I think Boris said the best one.
Being wholesome and supportive lad is very gar.
what's the next question?
Oh, a very good question. What is the best Bionicle?
Me and Boris had a discussion about Bionicles, and I concluded the one, like the only name I remembered was a pretty cool one. It was Sidorak.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
He was right. I found a really low quality PNG of him.
Think about the in-depth lore of Bionicle. So I'm gonna say the round boys that can turn into a ball.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Those were cool. I had those too.
Don't know the names though.
I should probably know them. But
I remember like the main good guys were like called the Toa Nui.
Yeah.
The Toa, and then the advanced versions of them are called the Nui, and then like their like corrupted versions like started with the letter H or something.
Ooh.
I can't remember. I used to be big up on Bionicle lore.
I remember they had like new forms that had like silver like armor like on top. That's what a Nova toys. I think Novas. Those were cool because they had like their own movies, like the Mask of Light, which was pretty rad. Saw it on TV, and I had a few of those. So I would probably go with the green one. He has like a cool design. The wind one who has like big sickle hands and has like a cool like sort of lion mask thing. That was cool. It should rewatch Mask of Light. I don't know if it holds up, but probably yeah.
Oh, up with Bionicle movies are terrible. they're precious, but they're terrible.
I literally just googled Bionicle round boys to find out the name, and they're called Borok. So,
Oh, yeah.
and I know we're gonna disappoint Cheese here with our lacking Bionicle knowledge.
I'm sure he'll give us a crash course in response.
I don't know. Cheese is a bit of a fake Bionicle fan, if you ask me.
What?
Whoa.
You're calling out everyone on this podcast.
I am.
Beef starting podcast.
Call me cow because I'm making beef.
Now that I think about it, like probably Bionicle was like sort of important to me because it was like the first thing I sort of got into the mecha direction. Because now that I think about it, it's like sort of feels a little bit similar. Like if we have that in a Venn diagram, there's like sort of an overlap here.
Well, Bionicles are actually biomechs, I think. Like,
Yeah.
going by their lore.
Oh, cool.
Some of them are, at least. Yeah. A lot of them have like organic cores or are built from organic materials in some ways.
These. We go to a different franchise. Who's the best girl in Zetsubou, Sensei?
Kitsu.
Probably should look that up. Wait a second. It has been a while since I watched the first season. Zetsubou Sensei. Kitsu, you said?
Watch it. Zetsubou.
Oh, that's the class rep, I think, with the hair clips. Yeah. She's cool. I
liked her bits and pieces, I guess. Her I guess, gimmicks, as well as her story arcs and all that. So, but yeah, it's been a long time since this is supposed to say. So.
Yeah, same. Oh no, she isn't the one with the hair clips. It's the one who has like the perfectly centered, like hair.
Her hair's like parted down the middle.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, it's difficult. It's like a great ensemble cast, really. Like all of the girls. Although, no, I like the American character a lot. Because that is probably one of the best terms I've ever heard in my life. She's schizo-national. Like she has like two nationalities in her. This one is always overtaking the other. And someone like me who's like also like sort of a mixed bag of many things. That's something I can relate to. But really, it's difficult. What was the little kid who just came into the country illegally, who's like always very jolly? She's also cool.
Yeah, I don't remember most of their names.
Yeah, me neither. I should probably continue that, but it was a very fun show.
Shell's saying to record a best growl or scream, and I've said I'm not doing that. Then he asked me to recite a poem, and if I do that, I'll get Alan to insert it, and I'll like record it at a separate date, so I can try and get it right.
I'm not gonna take a stab at French.
I mean, I spoke French, and fuck him.
Breaking news: Tom starts beef with the whole country of France.
I mean, like, they were Belgians, but I would like speak to them in French, and they'd be like just horrible to me.
Oh no.
It depends, I think, in Belgium where you are in the country, because some people can get very upset if you speak French.
Brussels. It was in Brussels.
Shit.
It's not like I was in the north, where people were Dutch and nice, because they weren't French.
Do I feel a slight animosity?
I don't know, do you?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Just a hunch.
Well, like there'd be something I wouldn't know, so I'd go into somewhere, and I'd go into like a bakery, and I'd ask something in English, and they'd reply to me in French. Like, answering my question, they understood me. It chose to reply in French to make life harder for me. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, well, I know that. Like, I mean, I speak French and like can understand it, but it has become a little bit rusty like over the years because I focused on English, which I did in my studies. But yes, like French is not an easy language. It's very hard. And it provides me with a lot of anime releases, so it cancels out.
I tried my best, and they weren't helpful to me. Whereas, like, would want to try my best in other countries, like Slavic countries. People were nice and they were happy and would smile. They just got grumpy faces. They ain't wholesome.
Oh boy.
What's the next question?
Oh, a favorite super attack of any series?
Good ones.
I mean, like, Gurren Lagann's like the super attack to end all super attacks.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fucking.
Probably
Sunshine.
something from Getter or Jig. I don't know what.
Stoner Sunshine is from Getter.
Mm.
That had a really cool moment in Armageddon.
Yeah.
I still have to watch it.
Yes.
The final punch of the original Gunbuster. For me, I really like that animation of like this is a very pencily, finicky, like very big robot punching the core of the thing.
I guess I liked it when Giant Gorg punched the thing. He punched it real good.
Homing laser from Gunbuster is cool because it makes no sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Any Itano Circus, any Piston Punch, the Hokuto Hyakuretsuken,
Yeah.
those are cool. Any form of cool suplex.
And probably a lot of if it said any series, like a lot of Lucha Underground finishes, which are essentially just anime attacks. Like sometimes even like team ups, like two people performing like a jump or suplex at the same time. It's like bam.
Wrestling's just anime.
Underground is just anime though. Like
Yeah. Yeah, they recently got a Blu-ray
talked
release
about
over
it in the
here,
past,
so it's
like,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. Currently watching that and having a big blast of a time. It's very good. And does the like end of Redline count as a super attack? It's like the gold platinum boost.
Putting the accelerator down even harder.
Yeah. I will count that.
Pressing the button even more.
Yes.
It's really good.
Fuck, what's the final attack in Mazen Kaiser SKL called?
Oh.
Shit. Can't remember.
Inferno Blaster or something. Ooh.
Yeah, doesn't it end with somebody getting thrown into a volcano? Something that I will also rewatch SKL very soon. I have planned on that.
I guess also the National Railroad Punch from Blazing Transfer Student, which is visualized by the receiver being hit by a train. So it's a pretty good move.
Oh yeah.
I need to get
Moment Rider throwing a bicycle.
Oh yeah.
Any Yakuza finisher, most likely.
Oh yeah.
I like the one where Kiryu just teleports around the place. Just punches dudes in like hyper speed.
Oh yeah, he learned that from a tissue ad woman who just is very good at handing out tissues, and he looks at it and goes, "Wow, that's rad," and then he comes up with it.
shout out to that girl in Yakuza 0 who dislocates both of a guy's shoulders at once.
Shoutouts to that scene in the new Devil May Cry 5 trailer where Dante dual wields motorcycles.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to the Smash Bros. Final Smash from Brawl, where Kirby has a pot and he puts everyone in it and then blows them all away.
Then gets cooked.
He gets cooked. It's wholesome.
Final Smash of Mega Man where he summons all the Mega Man and they all do the Mega Man thing.
They stand and shoot him.
Yep.
Now that I'm watching seeing the railroad punch, there is Blazing Transfer students, plural, the new Netflix series, which is like a live-action series, but
Oh
it's
yeah, I mean,
it
you
has-
need to check that out.
I've watched episode 1, bit of episode 2, and it's great. And somebody also does
Good
the
to hear.
railroad punch, and it's so over the top. It's like very Scott Pilgrim in its style. Like
Oh yeah, I'd say Blink Transverse Unit is quite Scott generally, even with how kind of problematic the male characters are. Like, they're very self-centered, narcissistic. But yeah, the Railroad Punch is pretty iconic. Especially when he's convinced it was actually a kick by some guy later on.
When Johnny Joestar spins him real good. Yeah, that time when he summons Jesus.
God.
I love parts.
That time where he kills the president of the United States with his fingernail.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to that scene in Eva where they need all the electricity in Japan to fire a big gun once, and then it melts a mountain or some shit.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Ava for being really fucking cool.
oh, yeah.
That's about all I got off the top of my head.
Junk Fist from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. It's pretty rad, I guess.
Oh yeah, if you mention Yu-Gi-Oh, Seto Kaiba summoning Blue Eyes and going so over the top camp. It's impossible. He's perfect. I love the guy.
Oh yeah. Dark Side of Dimensions where he just straight up kills a guy.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, watch Dark Side of Dimensions in any dub. Like, I feel like every Seto Kaiba voice actor I've heard so far is like going full blast on everything.
I think the English one is Dan Green, and yeah, he's the role was his.
Like, same for the German one.
He's the most iconic character, is because everyone's played him really well.
I've heard the Japanese one as well, who is also like, kiss. It's perfect.
Can we just put this video of Stoner Sunshine in HD as the end of the podcast?
Yeah.
Just go watch Get a Robo Armageddon. That's the end of the podcast. It's DLC.
DLC. Metal Gear Rising. That entire game's an anime finisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, then I know one. Azura's Wrath has a lot of finishes. Azura's Wrath is a good play that. It's very, very anime.
Remember that time when Asura got really angry and punched Thing?
Yes. I think that happened a few times. Not sure though.
It was really good.
Yeah. Things get punched a lot, and it's a very good game.
Doesn't Asura's Wrath end like the exact same way as that one Journey to the West with like the punching from space?
Journey to the West, yeah, the Chinese movie that just ripped the scene straight from Asura's Wrath.
Yeah, I can't remember which one came first. Yeah,
it was Asura's Wrath came first, I'm pretty sure, and they just took like the entire cinematography and everything.
Yeah, it's literally like the exact same scene.
Oh, Kung Fu Hustle. There we go. Everyone go watch Kung Fu Hustle.
Will do.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? We're approaching 2 hours now.
Oh, wow.
I think that's it. We're still getting asked for at least a scream, but I don't want to wake anyone
that's
up.
not good.
I'm not screaming.
Audio.
I can probably do an impression of that little Shinshan emoji we have in our Discord. It's like, that's it. That's it. This is my scream for today.
Just take the...
It's a minimalist metal band.
They just get on stage to and then everyone is, yeah, it's the best thing ever.
I want that now, minimalist metal. It's just really quiet and short.
This is someone throw in You Suffer by, who did it?
Napalm Death.
Napalm
Death. The record shortest song or some shit.
I think this is like minimalist metal. Just do a whole concert just for this song.
It's so good.
I've seen like people do covers of it that's like even better. It's like I see someone doing a harp cover with like a big like orchestral harp thing. It's like diddling. It's like it's perfect. I love it. Okay, I think those were all the questions we had.
Yeah.
I think good questions. Yeah, I think we can do a follow-up later one day if we get like more questions.
Yeah.
When we blow up real big.
We have 350 subscribers. That's a big goal. Wow.
That's 50 more people.
Be 50 more people, yeah. Yeah, so...
when are we going to do a podcast that's just game theories, though?
You want, dude.
I will do a thumbnail and everything for that. You know it. Gonna summon up all of my Photoshop powers. Go full out on that.
Where's the most oppressed group of people? The answer is yes.
Oh.
Game theory is Meryl Streep canon in Fortnite. This is a dumb inside joke that was happening just earlier this evening.
Yeah, I think Mamma Mia can be improved by actually making it a battle royale film.
Yep.
And no doubt about it.
Shout out to a random person who showed up on my account when I did a mock-up like game theory where I said that Umaru from Himuro Umaru-chan is actually just Eric Cartman. And I got yelled at for do not even throw those two in the same direction. So my waifu is like, oh, okay.
Oh dear.
I will stand by that, by the way.
Character than Umaru.
I think about it really hard. Is Umaru just Eric Cartman? I think I got something here.
Yeah. Leave the podcast on that note for the listeners to ponder.
Well, I mean, like every good game theory episode, it's like, but man, I don't know. It's just a theory. You guys decide.
But that's just a theory. A game theory. Thank you for watching.
God.
Okay. He died.
Gave up is probably closer. Hey, Matt Pat.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, my body just like cringed itself out of existence for a second.
Okay, please.
Yes.
Time to kill us.
Okay, so thank you everyone for listening and asking us questions. Very lovely of you. Yeah, and we'll see you in the next episode that we will do. So this has been, as usual, the round. That was Ali.
Bye-bye.
The Boris.
Bye.
Tom. And me, Eleanor. So thank you for listening. Bye-bye.